Grace in Detroit. Hey, Grace, you wanted to weigh in on the shootings?
Yes, Tom, and thank you for highlighting that today, and I'm really sorry for the families of those children. A quick note first before I further my discussion here. I lived in Canada for 40 years, and I know what gun regulations are, and I know that guns are permitted anywhere other than a target range. And it's just so impossible for me to understand why Americans can't enforce gun regulations. That being said, who writes those laws? Those laws come out of a Koch ALEC group. And if we want to make an end to this, then we should be able to shut down that ALEC group. Yeah. Our legislatures haven't written a law in decades. The best we get out of them is whose face goes on a stamp.
Well, you're absolutely right, Grace, and this is the result of a series of Supreme Court decisions starting in 1976 and reaching their peak in 2013 with McCutcheon, 2010, Citizens United, which said that it's no problem, it's perfectly legal if a member of Congress wants to prostitute themselves, essentially, if they want to sell their vote, if they want to sell legislation that they introduce to the billionaire Koch brothers, to the Walton family, to Bill Gates, I don't care who it is, if they want to sell it to a billionaire, or if an entire political party wants to sell out to a group of billionaires, as the Republicans have done with the Koch network, which has committed $400 billion to them for this election cycle, that's just fine. That's what the founders intended. That's why they wrote the First Amendment. That's what the Supreme Court said. It's total BS. It's a lie. It has destroyed our politics. In 2011, in his State of the Union address, President Barack Obama called out the Supreme Court for their October 2010 Citizens United ruling. And Sam Alito, one of the bizarre, words keep coming to my mouth. There are the things I can't say on the radio, I'm sorry. Sam Alito mouthed not true at Barack Obama. Sam Alito, a fool. How did this idiot get on the Supreme Court? Well, we had a Republican president, of course. Sorry, Grace, I'm going off here.
No, go ahead.
Well, that's what's going on, is the Supreme Court said it's legal to own politicians, and so sure enough, every group from the chemical manufacturers to the drug manufacturers to the gun manufacturers said, hey, let's buy some politicians. And while the Democratic Party, to a large extent, at least half of the Democratic Party has been saying, no, we're not going to be for sale, the entire Republican Party said, oh yeah, this is how we can get power. And that's what they're doing. And they don't give a rat's ass about the future of America. These Republicans don't give a damn about these kids that were murdered. You think Cory Gardner gives a good goddamn, forgive my language? If he did, he wouldn't have taken $3 million from the NRA. Excuse me, Grace.
Exactly.
Pardon my obscenity. I apologize to you and everybody who heard it.
And you can go on Ted Cruz's Facebook page today and see where he's trying to divert the attention into, let's not jump into this so fast. It's continual.
Right. Yeah.
And yet he makes his money off of the Koch brothers and Mercers and everybody else. They've got blood on their hands.
They absolutely do. And what's so bizarre is I don't think the Koch brothers make a penny on guns. But they know that in order to win elections, Republicans need a coalition. So they support the hard right Christians, which the Koch brothers don't, I'm assuming have no interest in. They support the gun lobby, which has nothing to do with Koch Industries' profit. But they do these things in order to, and they support the anti-Muslim stuff. They do these things in order to get to have the power, the party that they own, have political power. Grace, thank you for the call. We'll be right back.